Hello and welcome to the DFS_PhD show for today, the 22nd of January. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough. And gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us. $10,000 back up there for the $4 competition, so I'd love to see that. Happy to max that again. It got whenever I don't MME, I don't make the video. I like single entry, just messing around, keep my single entry game sharper because today there's the $60 fantasy basketball world championship, so got to be sharp for that. I've also taken a correlation slip um, with the leftovers from the weekend, mostly for if the Detroit, Milwaukee, and Philly and San Antonio games blow out. I think these guys are the people who have the highest lines and are also some of the people who become the most quickly disinterested with what's going on. Giannis, Chris Middleton, Embiid, Maxey, and Bogdan, or Boyan Bogdanovic. Okay, so on to the slate. I've got some ideas. We always love it when I have ideas. Don't really want that much Kyle Anderson. He's fine, but he's like mediocre as a. I just don't see his upside being as high as some other guys today. So let me show you the guys I'm breaking the slate for today. The guys I think are just massively undervalued if they play. Now you have to make sure Xavier Tillman is in. But if he plays, he could smash for real. Quickly has a really high average since he's gone to Toronto. I think you've got to bump his median up to be a little higher part of that projection. And then Derek Lively. So PJ Washington and Derek Lively are two centers that, if they don't get in foul trouble, upside is just massive with these guys. They're not going to take them out. Honestly, I put them at like 32 or 33. Might be a little higher than that. They might be like a solid 35, 36 if they don't get in foul trouble. And I mean, these guys aren't going against the most scary guys, foul trouble wise, and like Al Horford's ghost, or if he's out for injury maintenance, then who knows, like is that Cornette? I forget if we saw whether or not he's out yet. I tried to wait to get all the information from the shoot arounds, but then we get just stuff like Jonathan Isaac out. Okay, so Goga's back in play, even though nobody will play him because he hurt them so bad. What is his price today? Goga's price, 5K. Don't play Goga. Too risky. Plenty of good value options today. Good value options again. I agree with Nikhil Alexander Walker's being a value option. I'll probably maximize him at like double 35%. He still has to hit shot. So, he's not like a super smash play. Like I like Nas Reed a little bit, but also I don't want that much of him. I'll rebuild, obviously, a bunch of times before lock. A little bit of Jontay Porter never hurt anybody. He's another guy that can get a significant amount of minutes if he's playing well. It's a matchup that might be fine for him, I think. Same thing, Barrett, same case as Quickly. They both have that upside game in them now that they're in this new system. They both feel flowing with confidence. Um, Vucevic and I had a couple of players on Chicago that I upped the projections on with the absence of Levine. So Vuce is doing a little better in my projections. And then yeah, Charlotte. The other thing I think people are missing about that project, what happened there is that for Charlotte, Miles Bridges, when there was foul trouble for PJ Washington, Miles Bridges played 40 minutes in that game. So that's a lot of minutes. I'm not sure if he gets there with PJ. That might be a good spot for a fork. I haven't introduced it yet. Just so everybody, Nick Richards is apparently doubtful now. So if he is out, we're backing up the truck again, and we are thanking our lucky stars that we're getting such low ownership, 0.1% on PJ Washington, 0.5% on Miles Bridges. You take a ridiculous stand and be at like 5%, So I'm going to take pretty solid stands, but I recommend understanding that this is absurd to do. So the initial line for this game, let me show you. I think I changed it. Yeah. So that's the one game. Charlotte and Minnesota, I just don't see it being a huge blowout the way these other games had the same line, unless like LaMelo is ruled out or someone else is ruled out. I think we just got all that news. So I'm not expecting any. Anyway, so if somebody's ruled out, fine. But if not, then why are we projecting Charlotte not to just come down and take a zillion shots? That's the upside case for them. Like, that's not, I mean, that's like the median upside case. That's what Who cares about the losing cases? We don't need to average those in, you know? Those I just care about in the upside case, are they possibly going to get there? And by the way, Nikhil Alexander Walker got there because Mike Conley got ruled out for rest. Who is on Boston today? Let's have a look. Porzingis questionable, probable for Horford. So just a mess in there. You can't play any of them really with confidence. I think I saw I have one of those guys. But yeah, Lively on the other side. I'm a big Lively guy. Boop, boop, boop. So where am I at ownership wise? Can I make a little core for you guys? Xavier Tillman. I don't like all this Nas Reed. That's not going to be cores. Tillman and Lively and Quickly. That's fine. Yeah, Tillman, Lively, and Quickly. I don't really want to be. Yeah, okay. I'll take 50% Quickly. You know, we got to stand tall. What do I really think the odds of Lively not getting in foul trouble is? About 55%. I'm going to stand tall with that pick today. I think that's a big one, and I think the field's missing it. Same thing with PJ Washington. Like, I'm not whatever that you think the odds are. PJ Washington doesn't get in bad foul trouble. He's going to smash. He's playing with five. He's going to. I mean, he should get a ton of rebounds. I saw what happened in the last game too. I swear, if Brandon Miller gets 11 rebounds or something, the kid is like rail thin, 6'8" or something. I don't know. It's like me in the NBA just dominating the boards. No, big man, grab the ball. Jeez. I mean, PJ Washington. I mean, maybe it's a situation where I don't know the guy's stats again. PJ Washington, like size. I don't know. Height. 6'7". Oh, he's just not that tall. Because then Brandon Miller, 6'7". They're the same height. Okay. My expectations were wrong. But nonetheless, I think PJ Washington should eat. I just think he might eat a little bit less now. And then maybe this guy who's the exact same size as him will take the ball again. What was Brandon Miller, man? He went off so hard, just ruined my night the other night. Obviously, you can't unclick Brandon Miller, but I don't think he could do it again. Don't do it again to me, please. That's what I mean. Okay. Giving you a good core, giving you a couple good angles. Obviously, keep an eye out. We got 7 games. That means 14 teams, 15 guys per team. We're at 210-ish. I don't know. I didn't do the math real hard. 200-ish dudes. And so, what do you think? 1% chance a guy has some sort of 1 percentile injury thing come up. That's like, what is it? 2 guys? That's a number of guys, like gotta pay attention. There could be anything. And if you think it's a 5% injury, like an ankle thing, and they have to miss the game, or they'll be limited, or just like that, that's a lot of guys. That's my general point. 10 guys today. You should expect late news, and you should be ready to react to it. And you should always be late swapping, just to make sure people who watch this video are aware. Late swap. That's how you win money in DraftKings. Your pre-lock guesses are fun. Everyone enjoys them. But the way you win money is by late swapping to not guesses, to things that are for sure value. When it comes up, you say, gobble, gobble, gobble. I want all that for sure value, and I don't care about this other value. So like 4:30, that's a little bit early. When is the Dallas game? 5:30. So I think that's fair to spread around some of the core around these mid to late games. I don't expect news, but what if we get it? Oh, good. They've chopped off the end of the slate again. I think there is a night slate that has a pretty attractive. Okay, I'll have a look at that later. But for now, remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us.